Now it is time to take longer strides.
Achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth.
The Eagle has landed. It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. 1201, Roger, 1201 alarm.
Time for a great new American enterprise. Time for this nation to take a clearly leading role in space achievement, which in many ways may hold the key to our future on Earth.
I believe we can send humans to orbit, Mars, and return them safely to Earth.
Hello and welcome to NASA's EdLine News featuring events and activities from NASA Education. I'm Kurt Hogan, and each week I'll be bringing you stories, events, and all the happenings and discoveries around the agency. You know, looking and sounding professional is a concern not only to people who do this for a living, but many others around the agency are no exception. DLN staff from NASA centers around the country, as well as coordinating staff from Oklahoma State University, convened at NASA Langley for a 3-day workshop. NASA Learn project manager Robert Starr dedicated a large part of the conference to improving how the coordinators present content, as well as presenting themselves on camera during distance learning events through NASA's Digital Learning Network.
It's my hope that our emphasis on performance skills will re-energize them and impress upon them the fact that they are representatives of NASA as a federal agency. And NASA has a pretty good image out there by and large. And so many of these students and teachers' only connection with NASA would be through that television screen or computer screen in which the DLN coordinator is presenting content.
And to help with presenting that content, award-winning veteran broadcaster and media coach Jeff Thompson was brought in to share his skills with the group.
You are NASA, as far as they're concerned. You are it. And that impression, that excitement, that inspiration we keep talking about, has got to be out of you. You have to reflect how they should be reacting to the information.
During one class, DLN coordinator Roger Storm shows he's catching on.
Well, good morning, Daffy Duck Elementary School. My name's Roger Storm, and I'm talking to you from the NASA Glenn Research Center here in Cleveland, Ohio. And it's great to be in your class today. I love teaching third grade, and you look like one of the best third grade classes I'm ever going to have today. So let's get together and talk today about asteroids.
School administrators and teachers around the nation are recognizing the advantages of what these coordinators do, resulting in the NASA DLN calendar to fill up fast.
Any distance learning operation is beneficial if it's done well, because it overcomes the barrier of distance and travel, decreasing budgets. Many teachers are experiencing budgets that disallow field trips anymore. To get a bus full of kids to go off to a science center or museum, in many cases is not only logistically difficult, but funding doesn't provide that, or may not provide that. So through distance learning, we can do virtual field trips. They can visit NASA from the comfort of their classroom, so to speak, and still have as much interactivity as they would have if they were actually at a science center or museum with the guide or the teacher taking them through.
Classes were also held on improving participants' writing style for professional papers, and they were informed about exciting award opportunities. The conference concluded with discussions about the new 5-year cooperative agreement the DLN has with Oklahoma State University. Starr says he's pleased with the results.
It went well. We challenged the coordinators, and they challenged us as managers. And I think it was a good kickoff. That's what how we termed the conference. It was a kickoff conference the next 5 years. So I'm fairly satisfied with the results and the energy, and we've got some dedicated staff and some excellent teachers and presenters. It's just re-energizing ourselves to get ready for the new school year coming in a month or so.
And also this week, parents are taking their kids to NASA to show them some pretty neat things and a pretty neat place, and a lot of what they're seeing is rubbing off.
That was the first wind tunnel here at NASA Langley. Isn't that kind of cool?
Cool. That's
Isn't
awesome.
that neat? And there's a wind tunnel over there.
Branson Matheson is a NASA computer networking architect and enjoys bringing his two boys, Jordan and Devin, to work to experience NASA from the inside during the annual Take Your Children to Work Day held each summer at NASA facilities across the country.
Kids need to see all that NASA has to offer and all the neat things that you can do here. I take the time to show them around the base and show them the different things, and it really opens their eyes.
Tanya Anderson likes it here too, bringing her 3-year-old daughter, Kalia, to NASA.
I think kids, the younger they are, the more open they are to science and thinking that it's cool. If you could show them early on how cool it is and all the cool things that you can do with it later on in life, then they might have that seed planted that science is something important and interesting and fun to do. So when they go into school, they're already on the side of science instead of afraid of it or intimidated by it.
Although for now, it seems Kalia may have some other ideas.
We're going to have to try to work out ballet and science together. So.
But for 8-year-old Devin, science is no laughing matter.
I got a question.
Go.
What's the difference between sonar and radar?
Both of my kids now have an interest in science and math, and this one likes to invent, and this one likes to talk a lot, and also get his hands into anything computer-wise. He wants to now do computer security and those kinds of things, so it's cool for them.
What's cool is children get to see NASA facilities, participate in education activities, and shadow their parents during the workday, giving them plenty of exposure to the agency's many different careers, learning about occupations as varied as engineering, graphic design, accounting, maintenance, and many other professions, enough to keep their young minds spinning from one possibility to the next.
NASA was the first to launch a rocket, and they invent rockets, and it's just really cool. I mean, like, it's so much I can't name it all. It really does inspire me because I want to, like, walk with the shoes of my own father, like, fill the shoes.
Like fathers, like sons. Thanks so much for joining us today, and be sure to check back often for the very latest in what's happening with NASA education. For all of us here at EdLine News, I'm Kurt Hogan. Be sure to stay with us for some more exciting information from NASA education. Until next time, we'll see you later.
Space project in this period will be more impressive to mankind or more important for the long-range exploration of space, and none will be so difficult or expensive to accomplish.
What we're looking for is not just to continue on the same path, we want to leap into the future.
Okay, we're go. Altitude 16.